Retiradong Pinoy Napasubok sa laban. Sa mundo ng boxing may mga boksingerong may nais makamtan, katulad na lang kay Gerry Penalosa na gustong maabot ang ika-50 laban sa kanyang karera sa boxing. Sa panahon na ito ay naging inspirasyon din ni Gerry Penalosa, ang ating pambansang kamao na si Manny Pacquiao, kaya ginaganahan din siyang bumalik sa boxing. Nangyari ang laban dito sa Pilipinas sa loob ng Araneta Coliseum. Ang makakalaban ni Gerry Penalosa ay si Tomas Rojas na taga Mexico. Atin pong alamin ang kanilang mga record. Si Tomas Rojas po ay may boxing record na 22 panalo, 8 talo, at may 14 na knockouts. Samantala, ang ating kababayan na si Gerry Penalosa ay may professional record na 49 na panalo, 5 talo, at may 31 knockouts. Sa pagbukas ng unang round, wala nang pakiramdaman pa ang dalawang boksingero at nagpalitan kaagad ng kanilang mga suntok. Bahagyang lumamang si Penalosa sa kadahilan ng mas marami siyang malilinis na suntok na tumama kay Rojas.
Quick as he possibly can, but it's Rojas is known for powerful.
And found a weakness in the defense. Power shot behind the jab. Otherwise, what we're just seeing
of his nearly 50 wins, and he certainly appears to have his timing.
Yeah, you don't get hit for a couple of years until you're different between 33, say, and 31.
And look at world champion. He only lost his time, by a split decision in Japan.
Other things that were happening at that time. But for Rojas, third scenario with the power, and he hasn't gotten
in the very first fight of the evening with his former world champ, working on a guy who would love to be in that. Look at this action! Whoa! How about that right hand?
Pagdating sa ikalawang round, mas tumindi ang palitan ng mga suntok ang dalawang boksingero at dito naging agresebo itong si Penalosa. Samantala, si Rojas naman ay di nagpatinag kay Penalosa bagkus walang takot na nakipagsabayan ito sa kanya.
And these guys have set themselves up well. And Penalosa, despite having an abrasion,
puts up shots when he decides to throw. And Tomas Rojas would win.
Break in terms of time for Penalosa because Rojas.
Well, let's see if Rojas can take advantage of the fact that he has him shots. He's trying to get right back on top of it. So there's a Penalosa right now. He's going to go to work on this guy. And he's targeted. He's some kind of to get nailed that time with a shot. So there is that sense of urgency. Penalosa.
The way that Penalosa keeps coming forward, that fight. Rojas doing a great job. You're going to get hit with shots coming in as you're making a fan.
Yes, we have a little bit too much room. Is he was out at the end of those get off from coming in. Look at these hits.
Sa ikatlong round, mas lalo pang uminit ang laban ng dalawang boksingero at dito maraming kombinasyon ang pinakawalan ni Penalosa na tumatama naman kay Rojas. Samantala, si Rojas naman ay palaban din itong nakipagsabayan kay Penalosa at may mga patama din ito.
Penalosa because in order to let the cut because the cut is in a bad spot. So does he choose to mix some coagulants to take effect?
I don't think he'll give the round off. Rojas comes back with a shot of his own, bangs him off the ribs, steps him back on the inside. Rojas is landing some shots here. Take that eye as he takes body shots. He's landing as well. Oh, big right hand back.
There's a decision to make, and he's trying to do a little bit of that by getting on the inside, so he then go to work.
Rojas gets to work in the kind of the corner slit of his left thigh. Big palm. He comes in. Let's fly with the left hand, back with the right hand. Misses.
For intimidation, so much for fighting on the road. Rojas is landing some huge shots.
Walang humpay pa rin ang palitan ng mga suntok ang dalawang boksingero sa ika-4 na round at dito bahagyang lumamang si Penalosa dahil sa mga power shots na tumama kay Rojas. Samantala, si Rojas naman ay nagpapakita ng tibay dahil sa dami ng tumama sa kanya ay di pa rin ito tumitiklop.
Shots go, he is willing to take the risk because he reached. He's just going inside, wailing away. He is fighting. He can cut him, that he can outpunch him, but when you do.
Well, Rojas is scoring his share of some punches here now. He's out. Has done a nice job because that cut was open up in the second round. We're in round. It wasn't accidental. It was caused by a glove. Looping up. Back with the looping right is Rojas. Digs to the body as Rojas. The last 3 of his last 5 fights against a former world champion.
Although almost every fighter will say that, some guys will come out and may have lost some tough decisions and not gotten the right fighting in tight like this. He can still win, but he's got it in reach. Why not use it?
Now he's trying to finish the Rojas in his last fight, which was in April. He still lost.
Sa pagbukas ng ikalimang round, di pa rin nagpaawat ang dalawang boksingero at tuloy pa rin ang mga maiinit na palitan ng mga suntok. Sa round na ito ay patibayan na lang ng mukha at pahabaan ng stamina.
He works on the left thigh, which was opened up back in the second round here in the himself. See the way he works his way in, and Rojas fifth. He paused that a little bit, but he's doing a nice job.
And that's what I've been talking about, the outside style of Rojas. It would serve him side and letting Penalosa some kind of a clash at the heads.
Remember, this kid Rojas is strong. He's never been cut, and in fact, he told me he's never even been in trouble.
Penalosa, making the most of his inside opportunities, is able to keep this going. But when he dropped his right hand,
Penalosa has enough experience to be able to take it right there. And that time he drops the left shoulder. Now he's putting it around that he may not be winning.
when Rojas is on the outside, if he double jabs, he's in it off of his shoulder, however, because he's starting the jab from down low. So even when he's jabbing, he's open as he gets.
Pagdating sa ika-6 na round, bahagyang bumagal ang takbo ng laban marahil siguro sa bakbakan nila sa nakaraang round. Ngunit ang palitan ng mga suntok ay nandun pa rin at dito paramihan na lang ng tama.
Here's ability to time shot. Going to throw his punch. What's going to be open immediately?
Really a skilled guy, and he waits. He knows what he's doing. That time he doesn't often get caught in the ropes. He throws.
Be uneven when he comes and stalks in. But when you get into the middle, you could open up that cut, which he appears to be doing.
He has thrown about 3 or 4 heavy blows, and then there's a 5th throw, and then we see the 2-time punches. Here's the end 6.
Now, when Rojas was outside, and if he doesn't do the work, then am I going to punch? No, I can't. But when you come inside, it's a different story. Now, this is excellent work.
Sa ika-7 round, tuloy ang basagan ng mukha ang dalawang boksingero at dito tuloy ang pag-atake ni Penalosa kay Rojas. Si Rojas naman ay sinasalubong nito ang bawat atake ni Penalosa at sa bandang huling segundo ng round ay nakuhang saktan ni Rojas si Penalosa at napatras ito.
He thought he won.
Penalosa here now is left hand. He's open for the counter left hook, taking advantage of the mistakes that Rojas is making here in the 7th round. And that opens it up for Penalosa, who has world-class experience. Gloves and forearms of Penalosa. He gets off his jab. It's an ability. See, these body shots, a lot taken on the feints, and takes the left hand again. When he feinted that time, it's the same as with his right hand and got nailed with the left. A couple of pretty good uppercuts, but Gerry blocks most
shots with Rojas coming to him like this. Rojas, he wants to mix it up a little bit. Not he'll try to duck in on the inside and score like that.
Clearly to me, Penalosa's turned this fight around here in the 7th round. Digging body shots. Meanwhile, Jerry's got to be very careful defensively that he didn't get protecting him while the blood is coming down. He got clipped that time.
Sa ika-8 round, pinaulanan kaagad ni Rojas ng kanyang kombinasyon si Penalosa na tumama sa katawan nito. Sa mga ilang segundo na lang ng round ay nakuhang makabawi ni Penalosa at nasaktan niya si Rojas.
Action slowed down just a little bit, but you'd expect it because it's been a
guys landed early, setting up the fact that this
quarter that's on him. Penalosa doing
should slow down a little bit later.
Boy, a looping shot that punch.
And when the guy with the smaller reach start to out-jab, Penalosa getting inside, and he sets up stuff with his jab settled on the outside. Here is when Penalosa...
I mean, he's landed some hellacious shots to the body, and Jerry's in such great shape, he's been able to go.
Penalosa beats him to the punch with the jab. It sets up a lot.
Way back, and it may have changed his strategy a little bit for this fight, because he landed a couple of good shots on the inside there. There's the right hand, left hand, the straight left hand. To win the fight, he's got to be defensive now, so he doesn't get caught on top of it. Right left hand, that's his power shot. This guy looks like he might be ready to go.
Sa pagbukas ng ika-9 na round, dito ay halatang sobrang pagod na rin ang dalawang boksingero, ngunit hindi ito naging hadlang para manalo sa laban. Dito ang dalawang boksingero ay nagpapakita ng determinasyon at puso makamtan lang ang tagumpay at manalo.
And for Penalosa, giving a Pacquiao.
The lineage dating back to the 20s and 30s, guys, and many of them are national heroes, but none quite like the guy any place. This is round 9. Now Rojas doing everything he possibly can, but his punches are a little bit wider right now. Pulls him off, gets those hands high, and as the hands come
on the inside, will do Penalosa a favor fighting this way, because if Penalosa has to be wary of is coming straight off of the inside work.
Yeah, the only thing, Dave, I was going to come back upstairs with a double hook with his right hand and nail him. This guy is so aggressive. There it is, right like he set up right there. But see, Rojas, it's much easier to spot and pick up.
Sa huling round, para kay Rojas ay do or die na ito sa kanya, at gagawin niya ang lahat para saktan si Penalosa, at ma-knockout niya ito. Samantala, si Penalosa naman ay nananatiling kalmado, kuma-counter ito sa bawat suntok ni Rojas.
Out of that from pouring in, and so Rojas to tee off with bigger opening.
Yeah, he's looking for the big open by finishing this guy off. Look at the uppercut, but there's no stopping Rojas down, but he couldn't get back in position to let his own right hand go.
For Penalosa is that he's been able to,
so he's looking for the opportunity to throw a very powerful left, and he's taking shots, but he's taking
without getting hit too much throughout the middle rounds and the later rounds of this fight. That's by Tomas, and so he's scoring big now.
Now to this point, you'd almost have to give the round in many ways.
But this is the classic example of a guy.
First round fighter probably go the same way for the last couple of rounds. But this has been some sensational performance by Penalosa, able to gobble it up. There's no quit in Rojas. I can see why he's never been down.
Panalo si Gerry Penalosa sa pamamagitan ng unanimous decision. Salamat sa panonood at huwag kalimutan mag-like at subscribe.